So the current semester we've been doing is the future of travel and tourism. And that's everything from what's the consumer experience going to be when they go on holiday in 5 years' time, through to how am I going to get to work in 20 years' time. The lab day today is made up of two parts. We've got the speakers and the exhibitors. We've had 18 exhibitors, mainly startups, thinking about things of future mapping, virtual reality experiences. We've had Pave Gen, who, when you walk on their tiles, they generate energy. And then we've had 12 speakers, and that's been ranging from brands like TfL talking about innovation in travel, through to the Nighttime Industries panel talking about what's the future of a 24-hour city, through to Rory Sutherland talking about the economics of wealth distribution and what that means for the future of travel. So it's a vast research dive covering lots of different topics that our clients, Ogilvy herself and the world around us can totally benefit from that knowledge.
So my biggest takeaway from today is the discussion around Nighttime Matters, which is looking at London as a 24-hour city. But I've never really thought about it as such a full concept, you know, that we could open up parks, we could have people who have worked during the night, you know, in offices if that so suits them. And one of the speakers said, you know, imagine if you got off the Eurostar at 3 AM in the morning and you could walk into London from King's Cross and there's really interesting, you know, stuff that's open and available to you. And that is what they have the vision of a 24-hour city being about.
Getting information about an overseas place or planning a journey, even planning a really simple train journey, when I was a teenager was almost nightmarishly difficult. And the extent to which that has changed, and a lot of our behavioural change is not only status seeking, you know, the endless quest for the new and the different and the extreme, but it's also simply made possible by the fact that you can kind of rehearse a journey in advance online. Things like booking flights, comparing prices, all that kind of thing has become an order of magnitude easier.
Work for an airline, so I think there's a lot of ways, a lot of techniques that maybe I would take out of this to look at how we improve both our communications and online travel portal as well. It's something that Rory Sutherland touched on at the end there. It's about status in a way, so it's how you create more curated experiences that get under the skin of some of the destinations that you travel to.
Talking about the sharing economy and the kind of role of big corporate brands to be the broker of trust, that's something which we try and do in some of the new businesses we build, like around car sharing. I mean, we're looking now at some of the applications of these new technologies specifically for our existing customers. But now where we get into the stage where softwares and programs start being built for kind of commercial applications, that gets quite exciting.
So we've had brilliant engagement today, both from in the audience. We used Glisser to let people ask questions and vote on what topics they want to talk about, through to Twitter kind of blowing up. We were trending at one point, or I think a few points during the day, through to filming in 360 so we can put out the content, making sure we're live streaming the whole day. This was an experience for absolutely everyone, and we understand that in, you know, our current world, this is a socially driven experience for everyone.
I mean, the value for everybody who attends Lab Day, and remember it's a mixture of clients, it's a mixture of agency people, it's a mixture of just invited guests and great speakers. If 50 people in the room end up having a conversation they otherwise wouldn't have had, or end up looking at a solution through a different lens or from a different angle, then the value of that's almost incalculable. The most valuable thing you can do as an agency is simply making connections which otherwise wouldn't have taken place, and this does it in spades.